Hi guys, it's Lydia. Come along with me while I show you exactly what I did to prepare for my role as a producer in my podcast. So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have a clue about how to be a producer, what producers do or anything. So I started by researching some of my favourite podcasts. They'll be on the screen somewhere now. And then who produced them. So, from my research, the people that produce these podcasts were Emily Fuller, Georgia McAndrew, and Rosie Odell. Odell? I don't know how to pronounce the second name. And the main things that these three girls said was that target audience is a big one that you need to look into before you start. So for example, if it was children, it'd have to be very light-hearted, nothing that's too inappropriate, and things that would catch the child's eye. However, as we discussed as a team, that ours wanted to be targeted at uni students and people around that age, we was able to talk about things that you maybe wouldn't be able to talk about if it was for children. So this next clip is me creating a to-do list on everything included in a producer's role, such as podcast ideas, target audience, camera equipment, to try and get a guest, confirm recording date and prep notes. Hi BTS, so great news, we've just secured a guest for our podcast. So we've got Harry coming on and he's got a back injury, so he's going to be coming on the podcast. So that is one thing checked off the to-do list. Me again, we have also just found out that Silly has got some filming equipment at her flat, so she's got 2 tripods, which means we can use 2 different angles, which will be really good for the editor because then they can edit the angles, if that makes sense. So second thing checked off. So the next part was the recording stage. So we decided to meet up on a Monday, because we don't have Mondays in uni, and film our podcast. So these next 2 clips are me setting up the equipment and giving a pep talk and just a rundown of how the filming stage is going to work. Yeah. And then now what we'll do is we'll get Harry in, and then what you introduce him first. So we're going to bring a guest in who has struggled from back injury. We're just going to get more of an insight of what he's got to say. We'll bring him in and then have your conversation, and then at the end I think it needs to be like, right, so what can we do, or what's your advice that you'd give for someone to prevent injury, and then you can go into how you can prevent it from happening. So then that was a wrap on the podcast. It went really quick actually. We managed to get everything done in about an hour, which from what I researched is quite quick, because normally it can take hours. I would say one thing we did struggle with was trying to keep the conversation flowing. As much as our hosts were great, I feel like from my part I could have maybe held prompts up. I think if I was to do it next time, that's definitely something I would have done. Just having little prompt cards so that they're more aware of like where the conversation's going. And then yeah, I hope you enjoyed and go watch our podcast.